Hi, my name is Joey Mancuso, and I'm performing my informative speech today. Here's my audience. I've got Landon, Mark, Harry, Whitey, and Keith. Right. In 2004, the Auburn University football team had an undefeated, incredible season. Yet, when the Bowl Championship Series, also known as the BCS, rankings came out, the Auburn team was finished third in the rankings, behind USC and Oklahoma. So even though they were undefeated, they didn't get the chance to play in the national title game. USC and Oklahoma, however, did, while Auburn had to sit at home and watch the game from their couches. According to nationalchamps.net, there have been several controversies like this over the years in the BCS football system. This includes in 2009 when three undefeated teams also did not get a chance to play in the title game because there were two others ranked ahead of them by the BCS system. Again in 2010, TCU had to sit out the national title game after finishing an undefeated season. After much anger from fans, coaches, and players, the college football system finally made a change. In 2015, the college football playoff was implemented, with the idea of bringing a whole new kind of fair championship system to the game. The former BCS system focused on the top 10 teams. There were 4 BCS Bowls, also known as the Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, and Rose Bowl, and a national title game. The top 2 teams played in the national title game, with the rest playing in the other BCS Bowls. While these bowls drew great attention and was still very prestigious to play in, there was something that just was not quite right. The major flaw was, what if more than 2 teams were undefeated? What happens to the 3rd and 4th and 5th and so on undefeated teams? Who decides who plays in the new national title game? The BCS ranking system was also had a major flaw that it was done by a computer system. While there were 2/3 of the system being decided by human-made polls, 1/3 of it was decided by computerized rankings. According to collegefootball.com, the 1/3 part being computerized was a major flaw. How could a computer truly decide who should play for a national title game? The fact was, it simply was not working. In 2015, the 4-team playoff system finally came into effect. This was exactly what the fans wanted. The bowl games were still a major part, and they brought great excitement for all the fans. However, these bowl games, instead of being part of the BCS process, they were part of the playoff process. Since there were 4 BCS bowls to begin with, 2 were part of the 4-team playoff semifinal games, and 2 were just part of other great bowl games to be a part of for bowl-eligible teams. It rotated each year on what teams would play, what bowls would be played as the semifinal games, and which would be played as just outside of the playoff for the teams who did not make the top 4. According to Patrick Rusi of StarTribune.com, the great part about the playoff system was that when the games were played. 2 games were played on New Year's Day, the semifinal games, with the national title game being played 2 Mondays later. While this college football playoff layout worked great, another great part about it was its selection process. As opposed to a computerized system, the college football playoff used a 12-person human selection committee to do the rankings. These rankings were released weekly, starting in the middle of the year, and went on to the end to decide who would play in the final 3 games. According to collegefootballplayoff.com, the 12-person selection committee decided the rankings based on strength of schedule, head-to-head results, comparison of results against common opponents, championships won, and other factors. With this new human-made process, there was a whole new integrity brought to the game, and coaches, players, and fans were very pleased. They were also pleased with the fact that no longer would undefeated teams be left out, except in extreme circumstances. This new hunt brought new opportunities for football teams across America. This change was long overdue for college football, and the fans are sure glad it's finally here. The first year of the college football playoff was a great success, as the number 4 Ohio State team overcame the number 2 Oregon team. It's crazy to think that just a year ago, Ohio State, being the number 4 ranked team this year, would not have even had a chance to play in the national title game. This year, the number 4 team beat the number 1 team, and then got a chance to play the number 2 Oregon team, and they won it all. So Oregon State is crowned champions. One question still remains. With so much success in the first year, will the playoff ever expand? According to Mark Schlabach of ESPN.com, it is inevitable that soon the playoff system will expand to at least 8 teams and maybe even 16. For now, we like the 4-team playoff. I guess we will see what the future holds. Thank you for your time. Here you go. This is my audience. There they are. Thank you, guys.